this makeup tutorial today. It's a spring inspired makeup look, and if you want to see how I got this look, please stay tuned. First, I'm going to start by moisturizing my lips. Then I'm going to prime my face with my number 7 Beautifully Matte Primer. Next, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn to cover up my dark spots and acne scars and whatever hyperpigmentation I have. Then I'm just going to blend that concealer out with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. For foundation, I'm using L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in Classic Tan 109 and Maybelline Matte and Poreless in 330 Toffee. I'm going to mix those together for my coverage. I'm going to blend my foundation with this smooth coverage brush. I can't remember the brand of the brush, but I got it from Walmart and it was really cheap, but it works very well at creating a nice, flawless, even finish. Next, I'm just going to press that foundation in with my Beauty Blender. Next, I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Medium Beige to highlight. Going back in with my Beauty Blender, I'm going to blend that out. And I'm going to blend for my life. The key to getting a nice flawless finish is really just blending pretty much everything in makeup, whether it's your eyeshadow or your highlighter. I have this random L'Oreal foundation. It's the Visible Lift Blur Foundation in the color Nude Beige, I believe, and I'm just going to add to my highlight with that. It's very sheer, but it adds a nice touch, and this step is totally optional, but I like to have that extra coverage when it comes to my highlight. I also saw another YouTuber, Makeup Shayla, do it, and I thought it would be really cool to try out, and it works rather well. But here we're just blending for our lives, honey. You better blend, girl. I'm going to set that highlight with the Ulta Press Setting Powder in the color Banana. I'm just going to use the flat side of this Real Techniques Beauty Blender to pat that into my face, into my skin, and set my highlight and bake. For my brows, I'm going to use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Espresso, and here I'm just combing up my brows with the spoolie end and shaping them. I like to outline my brows with a pencil very lightly, just kind of creating little hair strokes, I guess you can say, and it gives the brow a more realistic, more natural look. But I'm only going to outline for this look, not fill in the entire brow with the pencil. And I'm going to lightly fill in the front of my brows just to keep that natural look. Just tiny little brush hair strokes. To fill in my brows, I'm going to use this Real Techniques Defined Eyebrow Brush and the NYX Eyebrow Gel in the color Espresso to fill in my brows and fill in any areas that are kind of sparse and just create a nice, even, like, universal look. Then I just comb that product through with the spoolie to define the hairs again. Going back to the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Medium Beige, I'm just going to use that and a concealer brush to clean up under my brows and make everything look even and a little bit fresh and more crisp. Give it that nice fresh eyebrow look. To clean up the tops of my brows, I'm going back with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. Just so I don't like the halo eyebrow look where it's like way lighter than the rest of your skin on top. So just using the foundation kind of keeps it a little bit more natural looking. With this Real Techniques multi-purpose brush, I'm just going to dust off some of that setting powder I put on my chin and my lower jawbone and my forehead and my nose. I'm going to let it set on my cheeks a little bit longer so that can be more profound. Onto eyeshadow, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion to set my eyelids for the eyeshadow. Using whatever setting powder I had left on that beauty blender, I'm just going to pat my eyelids to set that primer. For my first transition shade, I'm going to use from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette the color Milk Chocolate and this Real Techniques crease brush to gradually build up that color and create a nice gradient between my eyeshadows. Create a little bit more definition, I'm using the color Semi-Sweet just to go into my crease, and I'm just working that in and blending. Sorry my palette looks so bad, but it's honestly one of my favorite palettes and has great shades. To add a springy touch, I'm using the color LOL from NYX. It's an individual shadow and I got this at Ulta. I'm just going to pack that color all over my lid. To add a little bit more dimension, I'm going to use the color Whiskey from the Urban Decay Smoky palette, and I'm going to use the smudger side to press that color into the corner of my crease, and then I'm going to use the fluffy side to kind of blend that out. Just to add some shimmer, I'm going to use this first color on the second row of the Carly Bible palette and press that all over where I put the orange eyeshadow. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to use the first color of the first row of the Carly Bible palette and just use this Real Techniques brush to highlight that area. Going back to where I was baking on my cheeks, I'm going to take my Real Techniques multi-purpose brush and brush all that powder away. I went on and applied my eyelashes and eyeliner off camera. It's the Eyelure Definition Eyelashes number 126. Going back to the next shade, LOL, in this Real Techniques brush, I'm just lining my eye with that color, that under eye area, which I kind of did it backwards. I should have did it before I put on my mascara, but it's nothing that can't be fixed. For contour, I'm going to use the two first shades on the bottom row of my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I'm just going to stroke those on with this Real Techniques Smooth Coverage Foundation brush. To warm this look up a bit, I'm using the bronzer color from the Carly Bible palette, and I love this palette. The colors are so amazing as far as the bronzer and highlighter. I'm going to blend that bronzer out so it's not so harsh with my Real Techniques multi-purpose brush. Next, I'm taking this Real Techniques angled highlighter brush, and I'm using the gold highlighter shade, and I'm also going to use that second highlighter shade from the Carly Bible palette. I love highlighter, and I just like to glow and look all glowy like a goddess or something. For blush, I'm going to use this NYX powder blush. I don't know what shade it is, but I love it on my skin. Moving on to lips, I'm going to use my MAC lip pencil in the color Cork to outline my lips. For lips, I'm going to use the MAC matte lipstick in the color Muciojad, and for some reason I thought it was a brighter orange than this, but it's like a red orange. It's very pretty, however, but I just wish it was a little bit brighter, but I still love it for spring. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to set my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray, and this stuff is amazing. Setting your face is so important. It makes the makeup look last all day. And there we have it, a spring inspired look. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and thank you so much. I recently made it to 100 subbies, and that may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot to me, and I'm so grateful to have you guys on this journey with me. Please continue to like and subscribe and let me know what you guys want to see.